Alright guys, this is the first specimen we're going to cut today. It has interesting tube formations running throughout it. Possibly tree fern. You can see some tubes clearly defined right here. I'm going to put this on the saw. I'm going to cut it right up here on the top. Just face it and see what comes out. I might leave enough room in the saw to cut a slab out, so I'll have the end cut, a slab, and then the specimen. And yeah, I'll show you when it's in the saw and when it's cut. Alright, here we are at the saw. I have that specimen mounted up. I have it set up to where I'm going to take an end cut. And then if it's interesting enough, I'll take another slab. But yeah, let's check it out. I can't wait. Alright, saw just turned off. Messy saw. I need to get in here and clean it up. Let's see what the reveal is. Quite interesting. Get a better look at this in a minute. So here's the side still in the vise. We'll cut a slab, see if anything changes. Very cool. Here's that piece after a quick wash. Let's try to get it to focus. There we go. We can see some tube-like structures in there and some neat fortification. Really cool stuff. Let's see if I can get a close-up for you. Oh yeah, look at that cell structure up in that upper area. Just beautiful. Right on, and much harder than I expected inside. Really silicated. Alright guys, here's the specimen. Fresh out of the saw. Still preserved that nice tube right here. Like having that on the specimen. And then from the top you can see some brilliant patterning. Just nice looking stuff. Some clearly defined tubes. Some neat patterns. Definitely not your average petrified material. Very cool. Alright, this is the next specimen we're cutting. Again, I think this is another one of the ferns. You can see the tube structures going down into it. It has this neat vitroidal zone on the side. So I don't want to cut into that too much. I want to leave as much of that on the specimen as possible. From this back side, you can really see those tubes in there. A lot of structure here. So this one's going to be really neat. I'm going to cut this side. I'm just going to take a face. One slice, so I'll have a specimen and an end cut. Let's get this thing on the saw. Alright, specimen is mounted up. See that really cool vitroidal area there. Tube clearly running through. I'm really excited for this one. Let's get it cutting. Alright guys, I just opened the saw. Kind of freaking out a little bit because I can see how good the cell structure looks in this material. Wow. Let's grab this and look at it. Oh yes. What a beautiful slab. Crazy. I can't wait to have this positively identified. That is unreal. Guys, look at this specimen. Trying to block the light. Holy cow, it's so nice. Save that nice botryoidal pocket on the side. A big, beautiful face. Awesome structures. Honestly, looks like it must have been growing this way. What a cool piece. Amazing. Can't wait to cut the next one now. Just stunning. I wanted to show you guys this specimen. I already cut it, but it was basically a pretty nondescript round. Looked pretty boring on the outside. But I was looking here out in the field and I noticed these little structures in here and thought, oh, that's rather interesting. So I brought it home and I cut it into an end cut, a slab, and the specimen. Kind of upside down here. Let me show you. These are not polished yet, so let me wet them so we can get a good look at the features. Look at this beautiful structure in this round. If you know what kind of petrified plant material this is, what kind of wood it is, or what this phenomenon is, it's rather metallic. The inclusions, whatever included it, is rather metallic. I feel like we're looking at cell structure though. Like tubes. See, there's some tubing near the top. You can clearly see the tips of some that are perfectly circular. And maybe down here at the bottom is where it was growing from, out at an angle. I'm not quite sure what this is. If you know what it is, let me know. I love finding unique stuff like this. This spot is turning out to be a really nice place to go rock hunting for unique things. I've been waiting to cut this one. This one has some of the best cell preservation and interesting surface features of all of them. Hesitant to cut it, but the underside is pretty much ugly and covered with this mineral coating. You can still see the cell structure under there. So what I'm going to do is just cut that, nip it right here. It's about that point. So I'll have a fatty end section and a decent sized specimen. Guys, I've been waiting on this one, and after seeing what the other ones have done, I'm really optimistic we're about to see a beautiful cut. Look at that awesome surface texture. Reminds me of some of the stuff from Africa I've seen in the past. Just awesome. Alright, specimen is in the saw, locked down, ready to make a cut. You can see some of the cell structure through the mineral coating. I have it to where it's just going to take it off at that edge. Just inside of that most shallow section there. Try to get that off. Oh yes, I'm excited. Let's go. Here's the moment of truth. And cuts laying here. Oh yes. Oh my. Are you kidding me right now? Are you absolutely kidding me right now? Come on guys, you don't see that every day. Amazing. I'm completely stoked right now. Absolutely amazing. Alright, here's that specimen. I just pulled it out of the saw. So see the interesting structures here, the tubes along that edge. In here. Wasn't sure what we were going to get when we cut it. Boom. Look at this, guys. How black the areas between the cells are. And then to be filled with little fortification banding. Just phenomenal material. Cannot believe this. If you know what species this is, let me know.